so much for your presence here, for your hospitality, for your welcome, for the run of this morning. The situation after the running was terrible this morning. Grazie. This is only... Okay, thank you very much. It's a joke. It's not Italian, it's a French microphone. It's a joke. It was in Germany. After the running, the situation of my leg are terrible, and Ram is absolutely fresh and dynamic. But I'm really happy because, let me be very frank with you, I consider Mayor Ram Emanuel a great leader. I remember the first visit here when he was Chief of Staff in the White House. I considered, and with my team, one of the most dynamic leader, and this morning he told me about every project for Chicago. This is the symbol of quality of leadership in a city, because if I imagine, okay, tomorrow morning I will speak. Yesterday I said tomorrow morning I will speak about primaries, Trump, Clinton, Sanders, Cruz. I will discuss about terrorism. He told me about bike, about lake, about project of innovation, about the students, about the school, and this is the symbol of the high quality of project for a city. As former mayor, I consider that the most important thing. So thank you so much, Ram, for your leadership, and good luck for the choice for Chicago. Obviously, we discussed also about primaries and the rest, but I don't. It's impossible for me to say something about it now. Italy is in a very particular moment, very good moment, because after a lot of polemics, Italian polemics, we are finally in condition to create and to write a new page, a page of future. Italian Parliament, after a lot of years, approved a lot of reforms. The first is the reform of jobs market. I use this expression, Jobs Act, exactly. I copy the expression of President Obama. I asked him the permission. He told me, okay, don't worry, it's open source. So I use Jobs Act as brand. Finally, we change electoral law. If I ask a question for you, how many governments in 70 years served in Italy? No, 85, 85, it's too much. 63 in 70 years. Terrible. It's very good for the dynamism, but not very good for the longevity and for quality of process. So with the reforms, finally, in Italy, we come back to stability, exactly as normal country. And this is very important for a lot of things, for reduction of taxation, for change of public administration system, red tape of bureaucracy, cut red tape of bureaucracy. Finally, we come back in the traditional infrastructure to normality. This is very important for us. This is very important because Italy come back to stability, but this is not sufficient to believe in the future. So it's okay to solve the problem of the past, but we want a future. It's not easy to want a future in Italy, because the past is gorgeous, the past is incredible, the past is fantastic. But we need a future, particularly in a country rich of the past. We love our past, but we love also our tomorrow. And in this field, the Ambassador Varricchio, the decision to discuss about impact, innovate, and integrate with the Confindustria and the rest of France in a very great place, because University of Chicago is a great place around the world, is one of the most important place for the innovation around the world, and thank you so much for hospitality. So the decision to discuss about this point is particularly important. And I believe the only thing Italian government could offer here is the strong determination and commitment to invest in this direction, in the human resource, in the human relation between university research, entrepreneurs, and business context with great determination in the next 2 years until the end of legislature. We believe possible create a page of future in Italy. It's possible for the big companies. I very appreciate the presence here of Sergio Marchionne. It's not Mr. Sergio Marchionne and Rahm Emanuel worked very strongly in a very particular moment during the crisis of car in the first years of Obama's presidency. I think this challenge seems an incredible challenge, but it's a victory for both. It's a win-win challenge for White House and for Fiat Chrysler, for President Obama, Rahm Emanuel and the staff, for Sergio Marchionne. And I consider, obviously, this is the most important traditionally company in Italy. And from Fiat Chrysler to the last little company, I consider the only solution today is innovation. Italy could give a great opportunity in this field. It's important to work together with big players in the innovation system. So Italian universities, so the possibilities opened by the globalization, and I think the Chicago context could be a place particularly attractive for everyone. So I believe in this meeting, not in a formal meeting, but in a very concrete opportunity for both. And I consider important to stop my speech exactly to help you to start with the debate. But let me be last thing particularly important for me. 2 weeks ago, Brussels attacks. Before Brussels, a lot of attacks in Europe, Paris, but not only Paris. And after Brussels attacks, you can imagine a garden in Pakistan in which a little group of children who stay with a family were destroyed by terrorism and by Taliban, by the enemies of freedom. So why I use this expression and I use this bad news in our debate? Because in Europe, a lot of times, we feel a climate of fear of the future. We consider a future as a great threat, not a great opportunity. Let me be very clear. We can fight against terrorism and extremism and violence everywhere. In Europe, United States, in Asia, everywhere. We can destroy this terrible enemy. But at the same time, we need a very different approach, because the risk is close ourselves in the fear, close ourselves in the terror. The goal of terrorists is kill us, but if there is not in condition to kill us, the goal is force us to live in the terror and in the fear. I consider a priority for us invest in the future with more determination, also as answer to risk of fear. And the cooperation, the traditional cooperation between the United States and Europe, United States and Italy, could give an opportunity, a more opportunity, particularly in this moment. It's not true. This is a time difficult. Yes, we have a lot of difficulties in this time, but we can face the difficulties with determination, with the powerful, with the strong presence of our entrepreneurs, our researchers, our professors, our people who believe possible build an idea, a different idea of future. So this is the reason for which I really happy to be here. I very appreciated the presence of the mayor. I consider for you, entrepreneur, important the possibility to open a dialogue with the colleagues in Chicago, in Illinois, and in general with the most important players in the universities, but my message is only one. The future is wonderful. It's not easy to say in Italy, the future is better than the past. This is a message by American people. This must be the message also for Italian people. Thank you so much, Ram. Thank you so much, Ambassador Varricchio.